Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Andika. I'm from Thariq bin Ziyad Integrated Islamic Junior High School, grade 7. Today we will discuss how to become a quality student in field of technology and reliable in worship. First, we're gonna discuss about education. What is the definition of education or studying in Islam? There was in the hadith narrated by Ibn Majah. It is stated that the activity of studying is mandatory for Muslims. This obligation does not consider person's gender or social status. This hadith reads, "Tolabul ilmi faridatun ala kulli muslim." The meaning is, demanding knowledge is mandatory for every Muslim. Hadith riwayah Ibn Majah number 224. Furthermore, there is also a hadith that states that studying can make our way to heaven easier. This hadith reads, "Man salaka tariqan yaltamisu fihi ilman sahalallahu lahu tariqan ilal jannah." The meaning is, whoever takes one way to get knowledge, then Allah must make it easy for him the way to heaven. Hadith riwayah Muslim. In this world, there are phases of life, starting from the phases of babies, children, teenager, adult, and elderly. In this world, there are phases of life, starting from the phase of babies, children, teenager, adults, and elderly. The baby phase is the phase of physical growth and rapid development of the five senses. The childhood phase is a period of play. The teenage phase is the phase to find identity. The adult phase is like a fruitful tree, plant that is ready to harvest. This is the phase where we must have to know the direction of our life goals. Use all our abilities to contribute and benefit the environment. The elderly phase is the phase where we pass on our experience and struggles in life to future generations. Phases of life in Islam are slightly different in terms of maturation process, where there are only two phases, namely the phase before Akil Balik and after Akil Balik. Why is it like that? Because in Islam, Akil Balik means there are mature intellectually. Even his sins have become his responsibility. Therefore, it can be said that someone is an adult when they reach Akil Balik. Muhammad Al-Fatih, when he was 8 years old, he had memorized the Quran. From 8 to 11 years old, he could speak many languages. At 19 years old, he became a king. If we look at his story, Muhammad Al-Fatih is often taken on top of the hill. On top of that hill, he can see the Constantinople fortress. His father told him that when he grew up, he would destroy the fort. Zayd bin Smpit, when he was very young, he already wanted to fight with the messenger of Allah. He also learned many languages when he was young, until he became a reliable translator for the Prophet. From this story, we can conclude that these people are examples of quality people. They had a purpose since they were young. They never forget to worship Allah, because without Allah we cannot do anything. But this concept of thinking is really encountered today, where many children are negligent in worshipping, like to pollute the environment, like to talk harshly, even do blows. Is it possible to apply this concept today? The answer is yes. Every era has its own challenge. We are at the age of the end of time, where slander is rampant. It is very easy for us to commit immorality, to sin through the internet, where we can see and hear things that are not good and spread hatred. But it's just a tool, and the tool depends on the user of the tool. There are many benefits that we can get if we use it wisely. We can memorize the Quran through YouTube application, watching Islamic lectures. We can also manage our activities using Trail application. There are so many things that we can learn through the internet that give us a lot of benefits. There is a hadith that reads, "Work for your worth as if you live forever. Do good for your afterlife as if you are going to die tomorrow." The meaning of the first sentence of this hadith is that we have to be a visionary person, plan all our aspirations and desires. The meaning of the second sentence of this hadith is that we must always worship and obey Allah as if we are going to die tomorrow. The way to know the true meaning of this hadith is to combine these two meanings. So, the meaning of this hadith is that we have to become a visionary person, plan our aspirations and desires, and work hard to achieve them. And we have to aim for all of these things because of Allah. Thank you for your attention. I'm Yagya Andika. We are young and great. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.